This guy started binge watching my videos and made more profit in 1 month than you in your whole trading career, which probably has been going for years at this point. He thanked me from the bottom of his heart that I've made him profitable and that without me he couldn't have made it. This just goes to show how trading a negative risk reward ratio will always transform a losing trader into a winning trader. In this video, I'll show you how much he has made and more importantly, what led to these kinds of crazy gains. Now here's the thing, a lot of you guys say that you have 50%, 60% win rate. Now, which first of all, this is not even the case. You don't have a 60 or 50% win rate. Now, I will quickly show you this graph, but after that, I'll show you exactly the inevitable proof that your win rate is not as high as you think it is. Even if you're a very ignorant idiot who doesn't want to understand that this doesn't work, then I'll show you exactly the proof why this is not the case and that you will lose over a longer period of time. No, but let's just say that you are the anomaly. You are the only trader in the world who has somehow managed to have a 50% win rate with, let's just be, a 1 for 10. That means that you can expect losing at least 6 times in a row. But more importantly, it is probably going to be even 7 times in a row or even 8 times in a row, depending on how many trades you're going to take, because this is only after 50 trades. If you're going to start taking 100, 200, 300 trades or maybe a backtesting session or in a live market, then you will see these kinds of losing streaks. Now, this is not just something that I pulled out of my asshole. This is something that actually is proven. Well, and you might be saying that, well, I have a very high risk reward. I have a 1 for 10 and I'm still profitable with it and this and that. Well, you're basically brainwashed by TikTok. I don't know how ignorant as a person you can be to actually watch TikTok and believe that all of these guys are real. I can really just close my ass and click on any of these videos. So let's just select this one, for example. As you can see, he has made, what is that, a 1 for 100 or what? Let's go quickly to his profile. If he's really that profitable, right? Why is there not a single payout in sight? Look at this, back to back, 1, 2, 3 different trades that he has taken. Let's scroll lower. Another trade, what is this? A 1 for 3 or 1 for 4? Okay, well, but where's this payout? That's exactly what I mean. You're seeing all of these different trades from these random guys on the internet. However, there has not been a single payout from this guy. But this is not even something personal that I have against this guy, right? You can go on any of these guys. Let it be even this one, right? So let's go over his profile. This is what he is claiming to do. Biggest RR trade, 70 RR. And let's go over it. Well, where's this payout? Why is a guy that is catching 17 RR trades consistently not getting a single payout? So wouldn't that mean that there's just something fundamentally going wrong with our industry? Now, I personally believe that traders are the dumbest group of entrepreneurs that I've ever seen in any type of entrepreneurial group. Of course, there's idiots in every single group of life, right? Whether it's going to be dropshipping, affiliate marketing, there's the guys who are actually smart, making a lot of money, and there's always going to be the guys who haven't just figured it out because of these exact dumb things like in here. But out of every single category, I think that traders are the most dumb people of individuals ever. Now, look, I am a trader myself and I'm saying that, but my fellow traders in this entire community, you are just screwed, guys, because you are believing in people like this. Steal this insane simple 90% win rate strategy, 1 for 20 RR. Now, and guys, this is public information. This is not because I'm the smartest man on earth, and this is also not because you're the dumbest man on earth. It's just because you have been guided by the wrong people in the industry. Thankfully, I'm here to actually tell you what actually matters on how to get profitable. Now, first things first, I've asked ChatGPT, simple as that, what win rate do hedge funds have? And he has told me that, okay, it depends, this and that, 55 to 70% win rate. And I might be saying, well, you have a 95% win rate. How is that possible? Are you better than hedge firms? Now, very soon, I will actually explain to you how I am able to have a 95% win rate compared to hedge funds, who are just, the mastery of trading, and not even they have such a high win rate. Now, understanding the win rate is just a very small piece of the entire picture. We also have to understand what is their average risk reward. Now, he'll give you a couple of different options depending on which hedge fund is that, what are they trading, because there's multiple different systems you can trade, and yada yada yada. However, if we're going to get into the surface of things, they are trading a 2.5 with a 30 to 45% win rate. So how is a guy on TikTok making a 10 RR trade with an 80% win rate? How is that possible? If he has such a high win rate, wouldn't he actually work for hedge funds? Because this is logically what I would think in that case. Now, of course, not every hedge fund is having the same win rate and also the same risk to reward. Now, of course, 45% with a 1 for 1. And eventually you'll actually get into what? A negative risk reward. Now, even ChatGPT, the guy who knows everything logically, right, is saying, yes, many funds run a negative risk reward. Small frequent wins rare controlled losses, tight risk frameworks. And this is where we're going to get into the extreme category. For example, market making high time frames are actually allowing a 60 to 80% win rate. So once again, why are you able to achieve a 95% win rate? To understand this, you have to know that as a trader, you don't really have that much advantages. As a regular retail trader, just trading off from your home, there's not a lot of things that you can do in order to have an edge in the market. However, one thing that will always be better for you is backtesting your trades. We all know that. However, there's another thing. These big institutions, they have massive lot sizes, right? So it's basically impossible for them to get filled at the exact same price that they want to be filled at. So they cannot allow themselves to go even lower and lower on the risk reward simply because they're just paying way too much on the fees, because they really have problems of actually getting filled with all of these orders. As a retail trader, this is one of your only advantages. You don't only have to worry about that, because as a retail trader, you're just trading from home. All of the liquidity is provided by the massive guys who are just trading these kinds of lot sizes, which is why I am the only person that you will ever see having this high of a win rate. Now, and for all of you backtest warriors who just believe that a backtest is everything that you need, even I say that a backtest is not worth that much in the beginning. It is just foundation to actually build an edge in the market. Now, this is just one of my backtests. If you want to see more of them, go into my Discord and I'll show you more of my backtesting sessions, or even potentially trade live with you. Now, even though a lot of the guys who are watching this video, and I hope that you are not one of them that is currently in this exact moment thinking to himself that maybe I'm one of these people or not, I really hope that you understand that even if you have a high risk reward, and let's just say even if you are profitable with it, I'm going to quickly show to you how your equity curve is going to look like inevitable. So let's just say you have the 50% win rate, right? We have previously talked about that a 50% win rate will give you 6 or even 7 or even 8 times in a row that you're going to lose. So what is going to happen? You're going to start off the year profitable, right? You'll go into a little bit of break-even trades, no problem. You'll win, take a loss here, okay? You'll still win. Now, what is going to happen eventually? What have we talked about earlier? That 6 times in a row losing is going to come, and even 7 or 8 times. So 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times. And eventually you will climb back up if you're actually profitable. However, what does that actually mean? You don't understand what this kind of equity curve is looking like. So you might be saying that, well, but I'm profitable by the end of the year and that's all that matters. Well, technically it is all that matters. But here's a question. Are you ready to be in a drawdown for multiple months? This is basically more than 4 months worth of price action that you have not made a single dime off of trading. This is what your equity curve will look like if you're trading a high risk reward. Go back into your journals. Now, here's the next thing. Most of you guys, you don't even have a journal. We'll also get into that shortly. If you're going to go back into a journal, you'll see that this equity curve is looking exactly like this. Or it might as well just be all over the place because you're not profitable yet. So, but let's swap the sides. So now we have a 95% win rate like me. What is going to happen? You're going to start off the year and you'll just make steady growth over time, right? Of course, you will eventually also lose a trade and you'll also lose more than you're winning when it comes to a single set of trades. However, are you really going to lose another time in a row? Probably not. You'll just continue trading. Eventually, you will have another loss. It's no problem. But as you can see, does this equity curve not look way more professional than the thing that we have seen previously? Of course, this is the kind of equity curve you would like to have. So worst case scenario, you will be in a drawdown for maybe 1 week or 2 weeks, or even just let it be 3 weeks. Let it even be just a month. You will still be profitable by the end of the year, and you wouldn't have to go through months of unprofitability, because that is at the end of the day the only thing that matters. Are you making consistently money out of the markets or not? If the answer is no, then you're not profitable yet. Now remember this exact graph that I've just shown you. Let's go over my personal journal, which is only on my personal account alone. Now keep in mind, I'm a 7-figure funded prop firm trader, and I don't shy away to say that. But this is just my personal journal, and how is it looking like? Basically the same that I've just shown you. We're just making steady growth over time. We have lost a trade in here, no problem. Then these were a couple of break-even trades, because when you're taking a break-even trade, this trade still goes a little bit into a loss. That's no problem. We have taken another actual loss, but over months of just trading, wins, 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 and wins. Why? because this strategy works. Now guys, journaling your trades is one of the most important things that you have to do as a trader, not even as a low risk reward trader. Forget about trade sell, forget about any other journal you have seen so far. What I like about TradeLens is that it is going to give you exact insights on how to become profitable. It even has a specialized AI assistant which you can ask questions 24/7 of the time and just know how you're going to improve your win rate based on the recent trades that you have taken. And if you want a 10% discount on every single purchase, the link is in the description down below. Now keep in mind, I'm about to show you how much this guy has actually made using my strategy, but firstly we have to understand the strategy that I'm using. Now of course I cannot cover everything in one single video, however I'll show you what I'm actually doing every single day in the markets. So first of all, I'm going to start on the daily chart. From here on, I just really want to look out for, are we going for the previous day low or for the previous day high? A lot of you traders are just zooming out of the chart and you're seeing months and months of price action. Completely wrong. Why are you even doing this? You're a day trader, so you're only looking at the daily chart and then from there on you're going lower and lower. So what can we spot? Are we going for the previous day low or for the previous day high? Of course it's for the previous day low, but what else can we spot on the daily chart alone? We can spot that we have relative lows on here. So where is price most likely to go when the next candle is about to open? Probably for the low. And you can already see a negative risk reward trader is not making it complicated on himself. We're just trading very basic price action that everybody else can do in the markets. So from here we have the relative equal lows and also the previous day low. What else can we spot? Because now we're on the 4-hour time frame. We have an FEG in here. Now a lot of you guys would say that, yeah, we're just going to trade into this FEG and then lower. Now first of all, a lot of the times this is not what's going to happen. The trader will just get lower into your take profit before the trade ever runs into your limit order. So what does that mean? Basically, we don't want to trade out of the FEGs, we want to trade into the FEGs. However, in this case, since the bias is bearish, we're just going to stick to it. That is how simple it actually is, sticking to the bias. So now we're on the 1-hour time frame. And this entire FEG is not supposed to be our entry. This is basically going to protect our entire position from losing. So from here guys, start at the MOS session guys. It's a custom session time that I've invented myself for a negative risk reward trader. If you want the full breakdown, it's in the description down below. The full masterclass which will come out very soon. Now in here once again, we'll put our stop loss above the FEG as it's going to protect our position. Take profit to the relative equal lows. And this is just a very simple and easy trade. Even if your trade goes into a drawdown, that's no problem. We will win the trade eventually. Now guys, before I'm going to show you the entire profits that this guy has made over 1 month of trading, I quickly wanted to let you know I have a profit evaluation service. If you have struggles passing your profit challenge, I will pass it for you. Everything is linked in the description down below. So in here, what can we spot? This guy has single-handedly, within just 1 month of trading, this is even less than a month alone, $2,000. Guys that are trading for years on end are not making any money, but this guy single-handedly just destroyed everybody else who is just trading a higher risk reward. This guy has not just made a lot of money, he has become a different kind of trader. Somebody who is disciplined, sticking to the rules, and just having it way easier on their psychology. But once again, how was he able to do this? I mean, he said it himself. He has watched all of my videos and then eventually he became profitable. Now on this side of the screen, I've linked down the full playlist regarding to my strategy. Watch it, take notes, and actually understand what I'm telling you in these videos to also get these kinds of results. With that being said, see you guys next one.